continue. So, where were we last time we were goofing about in here? We were still looking for the holiday-related book, I guess, or inspiration. We're trying to get the, that's right, we're trying to get this interview cassette. We know where it is. This cassette will presumably lead into the DNA evidence a little bit, I think, because that will give some evidence to this, like, third sibling or family member, so this will all kind of play into each other. But we can't get this cassette tape until we remember chip toppings from Holiday or a competition. So the guy at the charity shop is trying to enter a competition. We need to get toppings, names of toppings for his thing here. But I've also realized that we got this brochure.
The Joy of Crabs. Crabbing is an inspired pastime enjoyed for generations. Make the most of your trip to the seaside by luring crabs into a bucket with rashers of juicy, full-flavoured prime-back bacon. Create succulent memories with your family this summer. Created by the Guild of Bacon Marketeers.
All right. So I'm curious, I guess, and we'll open up with this. But I wonder if this is good enough to be inspiration. That's a holiday thing. And I'm assuming that we get the toppings, we remember our toppings from a dream. That kind of like checks out with how the rest of the game has gone.
Okay, let's see what this one does for me.
We don't know what we have in there right now, so we must have the Mr. Fumble, the bear.
I'll just stick my pajamas on.
Let's do it. Let's see what happens here.
Ah, this is more like it. I love the seaside.
That makes one of us.
Looks like the tide's out.
Okay, tide is out. Interesting. I wonder if we can influence that in some way. Mr. Fumble, a bit of the Eeyore of this situation. Kind of a downer. Chip then. Purveyor. Fine fried potatoes. Red sauce and salt, classic. Condiment stand. Anything else in here of note? Scenery, the gull, a couple gulls. Okay.
I don't think he's enjoying the seaside. Come to think of it, I don't think he's enjoying anything at all.
That's how I interpreted it as well.
Feeling the nostalgia?
Is that like nausea?
No, it's that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when reminiscing about the past.
Then no, I'm not feeling that.
Bye.
Oh, just brown. What is
It's
brown?
a puddle of congealed brown. Who knows what it is?
Oh, is it a topping?
Actually, thinking about it, the owner of the chip van probably knows.
Okay. There's a bin
He's
here.
got a prime location. Looks like the gull's guarding a load of old chip wrappers and sauce pots.
Okay, sauce pots, that seems...
Not while the gull's sitting on top of it.
We have this muffin.
Call it what you like. It's small, round, and made of bread.
Okay, keep that in mind.
They've got a taste for chips. I doubt they'd be interested.
Okay.
It's waiting for chips. It's waiting for chips.
Oh, we got a scroll as well. Okay.
You can see loads of stuff on the beach when the tide's out.
Okay. Go down the ladder, it looks like. We have a rope.
It's all green and weathered. I don't need it. Looks like he's been decorating the pier.
Okay. Well, I guess before we go down the ladder here...
What's the red sauce?
Ugh, I call that red sauce.
Genius.
Nice.
I don't need any sauce, red or otherwise.
We don't have any otherwise sauce anyway.
That's lucky then. Salty. I don't need to season anything. It smells amazing.
Okay, good.
She's cleaning the fryer.
There's a clog in me nozzle.
Not much you can say to that. Chippy tea.
Okay. Let's see.
What's that brown puddle over there?
Gravy. For going on chips.
Of course it is.
Okay. Hopefully we recall these things. Gravy.
How are you doing?
Oh, not good. Me nozzle's clogged.
No one wants that. What nozzle are we talking about exactly?
It's the end of me oil thermometer. Without a clear nozzle, I can't get the oil to the right temperature.
Ooh.
And there's no way I'm serving underripe chips.
Quite right too.
Respect.
How's your nozzle?
Still clogged, I'm afraid. You ain't got something I could poke it with, have you? I tried with me claw, but it's too wide to fit in end.
Let me have a look around and see what I can find.
Try the sergeant's place. He collects all kinds of random crap.
Okay, the sergeant's place.
I'm looking for something that'll help me reach out and grab stuff.
Well, don't look at me, love. Although people find plenty of stuff on the beach at low tide. Especially if you look under things. You should ask the sergeant. He hides away on a rock formation out in the bay.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Who's the sergeant?
He's not really a sergeant.
Well, obviously.
He gave himself that title and likes to lord it about the place. That was until he almost got himself eaten. That brought him down a peg or two. Now he's in hiding and spends his time combing the beach. He collects all sorts of rubbish that the tide leaves behind.
What's the rock formation in the bay?
It's an island at high tide. That's where the sergeant is living now. That's if he's still brooding over his capture.
His capture?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll tell you all about it if given half the chance. And if you're really lucky, he'll show you his ancient artefact.
Ooh.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
What is it?
Between you and me, it's just a piece of plastic crap that washed up on the beach. But I think it reminds him of himself.
I'm looking for something that'll help me reach out and grab stuff.
Well, don't look at me, love. Although people find plenty of stuff on the beach at low tide. Especially if you look under things.
Yeah.
You should ask the sergeant. He hides away.
Okay, we know about that.
When's high tide?
Oh, that's easy. It's when we have lots of water.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds obvious. What kinds of sauces and condiments do you offer?
Oh, anything you can remember.
I suppose that stands to reason.
For instance, gravy, red sauce. The list is literally endless. Wait, no, that was the end.
So I think we need 6 things in total.
Bye.
Have a good day.
So that's 2. Okay. I guess we'll head down this ladder here. Litter.
This place is a dump. Not sure what that says about me. I'll deal with all this when I'm older.
Okay.
You can find loads of stuff under seaweed at low tide.
Okay.
Nothing under there.
I assume all of the litter is
I'll
gonna
deal
be.
with all this.
That's kind of the MO then. I guess we'll check all of the seaweed.
Just more beach under there.
Okay, I don't think we can go any further that direction.
You can find There's not a lot going on under all this seaweed.
I do wonder if we're missing a step. Oh, what do you have here?
Great, more brightly coloured litter. I don't think this will help me much with my nightmare, but it looks like it's in good working order.
Okay.
Okay.
Compact fishing rod. Okay, okay.
I don't think it'll stop me from drowning, but it appears to be working. In a way, I'm slightly disappointed that I didn't have to fashion my own.
I am not. That is a nice W for us here. It's a bit of a tricky one here because this is a slightly larger room up and down. So you have to kind of do this weird shuffle. Make sure we're not missing anything.
It's taken a very keen interest in the giant cone of chips. The top will just be an island at high tide. I can just about make out a sandcastle on the top. Looks like there's a rope up to the top, but I can't get to it with this chap in the way.
I don't think there's anything else hidden in here. Gulls, obviously.
It's taken a very keen interest in the giant cone of chips. Wow, that must have been hugely disappointing to whoever dropped it. There's a beautiful shell behind it. It's a beautiful giant shell, the perfect home for a delicious squishy organism.
Okay.
He's blocking this end of the beach. And he appears to be wearing an old chip cone for a shell. Anyone home? Why won't you come out? Oh, I see. Those gulls giving you a hard time, eh? I suppose your tasty-looking get-up isn't helping. Why don't you just find yourself a less delicious-looking home? Oh, you can't change your shell while they're hanging around. I'd like to take a close look at that rope behind you. If I can get the gulls away from you, will you let me get past? I guess that's as close as a crab can get to a thumbs up. How am I going to get these gulls away from him?
That's a great question.
Ouch! I guess these gulls are making him jittery.
Okay, so we can't get anywhere over here because I even clicked on the ice cream cone there, and that was all there was to it. All right. Is it something where I need to like maybe raise the tide? I guess.
She's cleaning the fryer. Could you lend me some chips?
Lend you some chips?
I need to get some gulls away from the hermit crab down on the beach.
Oh, you mean Kermit?
Kermit? The hermit?
I guess it's some kind of rhyming nominative determinism. Over this trouble with the gulls, he brings it on himself, you know. Last time, he made it home in a donut. Stupid bugger only lasted about 3 seconds before he was stripped naked again. Normally I'd be happy to help, but me nozzle's been clogged all day.
That sounds unpleasant.
It's a disaster. Usually a pipe cleaner sorts it out, but this is a particularly substantial blockage. Unless I can find something to clear it with, I can't fry any more chips.
Bye.
Have a good day.
This shouldn't work.
She probably has enough fish.
I'm just gonna double check the lower level one more time here to make sure I didn't miss anything down here. There's of course the element where I could switch Mr. Fumble out for the duck. The duck could be intimidating enough to sort of scare everyone away, but I don't really know if there's much in here. I didn't really see too much. Okay. So we've got a couple things, I guess, to try to figure out here. One is the tide, and the other, obviously, is trying to sort out this pokey thing. Alright. So the tide. It must be the water. That's our best bet, I would say. So it's really quick.
There must be somewhere closer I can fill and empty this glass.
Maybe there is, but like, I was gonna say, if you're gonna make me figure that out, that's a little mean, because literally there's water right there. Anyway.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, so that there, along with the duck, we'll see what comes out of this one.
Looks like the tide's in.
Okay, cool. So that solves that initial bit.
She's cleaning the fryer.
Nothing new here, right?
Bye.
Have a good day.
The duck is just floating over here. I like
At
it.
low tide, you can get down to the beach. He's having a nice bob. He's so soft, I just want to sit on him. I wonder if he'll let me hitch a ride.
Yes.
I don't think he's going to go anywhere without some motivation. It won't last a second if I just give it straight to him.
We have to use these together.
Okay, let's go catch something that likes bread. Okay, I'm sure this is safe.
Right, you kind of hang it like a carrot in front of him here. Yes. Okay, cool. Right, who needs to help?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have reached your destination.
Nice. I guess we didn't even have to help the other crab at all.
Free return trips. Visitors leaving the seaside from this island will arrive here when returning. That's good to know.
Wait, what?
Visitors leaving the seaside from this island will arrive here when returning.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm guessing there must be a massive bucket and spade around here somewhere. I can see the pier.
Okay. Way in. The general. Or wait, the... Oh, there's the grabber. Very good. Tire, shells, and all kinds of little helpful bits in here. Okay. All right. Let's talk.
That is one enormous crustacean.
Oh, woe is me.
Is it?
It certainly is, young limpet. For I have upon my claw a ring of pure shame.
Ooh.
It looks like a pure rubber band to me.
What is a mere rubber band to you is a badge of humiliation for a glorious creature like myself. A crustacean's claws are a symbol of his potency, his strength, his virility, his, nippability. I have been emasculated, crippled in my prime. It's why I have hidden myself away in my dazzling palace. The drapes are pure bladderwrack, by the way. But, where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I am Sergeant Crabulus. Before my claw was bested, I commanded the respect of all the other crabs in the area, and some of the prawns. But I will rise again. If I can get this blasted rubber band off.
First answer is just hello. Wow. Yeah, I like this character already, Summer. I think you're onto something here.
Hello?
Hello, little scallop. What?
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 Is this all stuff you found on the beach?
Quite the collection, eh?
Found any gold?
Only that pen on the floor over there. But it's too puny for my tremendous claws.
Do you have anything that'll help me to reach out?
That's a very profound question. But if it's reaching that you want to do, you can't get much better than the ancient artifact on the wall behind me.
Looks like you enjoy your chips.
Oh, they are my absolute Achilles heel, especially when covered in delectable chip spice.
Okay, and that is... what exactly?
Oh, my dear, you simply haven't lived if you've not sampled the salty fire of chip spice. A subtle blend of aromatic herbs, spices, and monosodium glutamate.
What I want to know is, how come you remember something like that if I don't?
The subconscious works in strange and convenient ways.
Good.
How did you get that rubber band on your claw in the first place?
Interesting story, actually. I was out one day patrolling the perimeter for the usual do-badders, keeping the area tickety-boo, what, but I was overcome by the delectable scent of bacon. I was drawn inexorably towards the source of the aroma. I found it almost immediately, of course, due to my heightened and fabulously perceptive senses. But the bacon deceived me. I was a victim of my own uncommonly tenacious disposition. I was incarcerated. Within a minute, I was being unceremoniously hauled from the waves and paraded on a platter of crushed ice with only a sprig of parsley to hide my shame.
That must have been some massive parsley.
A veritable forest, my little Winkle. But this is where I triumphed. They shackled one of my claws with this wretched band. But before they could finish the job, I gave them the old 1-2. They were caught off guard by my remarkable strength and flung me far into the ocean. I landed here, and I haven't left since. Can't have the troops seeing me like this, what?
What? Great. Okay.
What will you do for me if I help you get that rubber band off?
What is it that you want?
Well, I could do with something to help stop me from drowning. Something that'll help me to reach out and grab opportunities.
I don't like the way this is going.
Something a bit like that ancient artifact on the wall.
Well, isn't that just flipping typical?
Of course, you could just wait for the rubber band to decompose. It'll only take 50 years or so.
Oh, okay, fine. Just get this band off me.
Okay.
How can I get the rubber band off?
If my own mighty strength can't get it off, you're certainly going to need help. Do you have anyone who could help you?
You know what? I think I might. If I can find a way to get him onto this island. Bye!
Goodbye, my little barnacle.
Okay.
There are chip wrappings everywhere.
I can't help myself.
This place is full of plastic. There are
I can't help my...
They're pure bladder-wrack, apparently. What's this?
Ah, an ancient and revered artifact. The mighty claw of Dainch Ina. It represents humankind's desire to harness the fortitude and vigor of the mighty crab. To be fair, they didn't do a bad job, but the springs are beginning to go a bit.
Okay.
Hats for limpets. Hours of fun for chimpanzees and toddlers the world over. Hours... They're pure bladder-wrack, apparently. Toxic shock. It's a marker pen.
I use it to touch up my moustache.
Okay.
Vases never have anything interesting in them. A netting. I don't need any plastic litter.
Okay.
A dismembered mannequin arm.
Another attempt to mimic the slender jointed limbs of us crustaceans. I used to use it as a carapace scratcher, but the fingers kept coming off. There are only 2 left, so it's useless to me now.
Mind if I take this?
Not at all. It's pretty useless to me. The fingers keep coming off.
Oh yeah, so they do. I suppose it's easier to carry around than a whole arm anyway.
Okay. Fake finger could be what we need to get the nozzle
The
clear.
lime one's on the pier. I probably shouldn't play with the local boys. It's the same shape as a regular ballpoint pen, just made of gold. It says Blankety Blanc 1984 on the side. Do you want this pen?
I wouldn't have picked it up if I didn't want it. However, as it appears to be only compatible with pathetic human appendages, you may take it.
Thanks.
Okay, we've got random crap.
There are chip wrappings everywhere.
I can't help myself.
What's this for?
Beachcombing.
I don't have anything massive that requires combing.
Okay. So I think we've interacted with everything available. We have a finger, we have a gold pen. We have this method of going back and forth, certainly.
I can see the pier. I hate to say this, but free return trips. Visitors leaving the seaside from this island will arrive here when returning.
Okay, so if I do the pinch me picture, then go back, I should end up here, right? If I'm understanding that correctly. So does that mean if I use the bear and re-enter, we'll be back at the sandcastle? Maybe Mr. Fumble.
Mr. Fumble's over on the pier looking decidedly put out. I don't think he's able to swim across. Looks like the tide's in.
Okay. Tricky.
Okay.
So what happens here?
It leads down to the bottom. It's too slippery for my hands.
Too slippery. Okay. So I guess the only way to go back over there is to have the duck, so no worries. Oh, and we need the tide, right? I think. And we have the water on our person, I think, so that's curious. Maybe I have to dump the water out, actually. But either way, see if
I
the
found
finger
this
works.
thing. You reckon it's compatible with your nozzle?
Frankly, anything's worth a try at this point. Pass it over. Righto, let's see what this little chap can do. That's done it.
Good noises
I better
here.
get some chips in fryer right away.
Okay, that worked.
Could you lend me some chips?
Here, take a small bag. Stand still long enough and the gulls will find you.
Thanks. I'm not sure I fancy being mobbed by gulls.
Your choice, love. You want cheese on 'em?
Oh, cheese.
Not today, thanks. No point wasting good cheese on the gulls.
There you go.
What kinds of sauces and condiments do you offer?
Oh, anything you can remember.
I suppose that stands to reason.
For instance, gravy, chip spice, red sauce, cheese.
That's
If
4.
you can find it in your brain, we'll put it on chips.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good day.
So we've got the chips, which is good. This is a good good adjustment here. Can we dump this out here? Okay. So I'm curious because we still have the duck. What happens to the duck when we are in low tide?
Looks like the tide's out.
Just chills out over there. That's all right. Okay, so chips with
I think
Kermit.
he'd rather I took them away.
Oh,
We
right.
don't want more gulls coming over here.
We want to use this.
I need
with
to
the...
find a way to distract all the gulls at once. And there's no way I'm going to be the one standing here getting mobbed by gulls.
Good point. I wonder how we do this.
No thanks. It's taken a very keen interest in the giant cone of chips. I don't want to waste them there.
Is this something where we need, like, Mr. Fumble to run some sort of strange thing here? Let's give it a shot. I do a swap here. Back into the bed. We need 2 more toppings as well. So we gotta keep our eyes peeled for that.
Thank you. But can I eat them on the pier instead?
No. Please?
Thank you. But
Okay. We'll try that then. Do it your way, Mr. Fumble. That's gotta be part of this, right?
Fancy some chips?
that's so kind and selfless of you. Thank you. I'll eat them over here.
So 2.5 seconds later.
Aw, it's nice to see him making friends.
Okay, cool. So that is a distraction then. That counts. Or Mr. Fumble.
I wonder if I can squeeze past him. He seems to have calmed down now. I'll leave him alone. At least I can get past now. I think it's from a giant cornestro. There's a beautiful shell behind it. I can't reach it with this giant ice cream cone in the way. Okay, let's see if I can move this thing. Go on, little fella. That shell's just perfect for you. Pillock.
Okay. Oh no, Mr. Fumble.
Did you enjoy your chips?
Just, don't.
At least your new friends all seem to have gone now.
Oh no. Alright, so we can't go away any further.
You've got white on you.
Are you actually enjoying this?
Honestly, I don't even know anymore. I need your help to get the rubber band off a giant crab's claw.
Why am I not even vaguely surprised?
Do you reckon you could climb that rope?
What, so you can leave me hanging there again?
Oh, come on, please. This is the last time I'll ask you to do anything with a rope. I promise.
Forgot about
You
that.
know, I'm only doing this because I have literally nothing better to do.
Alright, cool. Hopefully Mr. Fumble is the one here. Look at this climb here. Just ascending.
All right up there.
Oh yeah, apart from the crippling vertigo, I'm just dandy. By the way, I wouldn't recommend the rope. I've got weird green crap all over my hands. I'll just wait for you up here.
Okay, I'll try and find a way to meet you up there.
Oh, okay.
Lots of little bits of shell. It's no use to me. It's Kermit's old house. I'm happy in my dungarees. They look a lot less appetising when they're on the ground. And that's saying something.
Oh, this is another one of the toppings, I guess, huh?
They look... Yeah. No. I really don't want to touch it.
Okay, so that's 5 then, hopefully. We can't use the rope, right?
It's too slippery for my hands. It's probably easier to get across at high tide. For me, at least.
Okay. So if I go back into... Oh wait, I need the high tide first, don't I? Does this work with the water in here? Okay, so that's the quick way to do this.
Okay.
I forgot I can just keep this in my pocket, can't I? I don't need to put it on the table. This must mean we need to swap out Mr. Fumble and the duck. We need to go back to the other side, leave, swap, and then we should be okay.
I don't... He's having a nice bob. I think I have it.
The duck is my favorite.
Visitors leave.
Okay, so that should be good. We swap this around. And hopefully Mr. Fumble will be with us as we go back to the sandcastle. I hope. Okay, we got him. All right, let's go. Hey, Samuel. Yeah, this is a really cool game. I really do recommend it. It's very cool. All right, let's go in.
Is this that giant crab you were talking about?
How did you guess?
Okay, let's get this over with.
Yeah, this game came out last year, I think.
There we go. All disbanded.
Oh, oh my. It feels so good to be able to nip again.
Love a good nip.
Please take the antique artifact from my wall as your reward.
Thanks. I will.
Okay. Amazing.
I'll leave him alone now.
Okay, so the one thing we're still missing is we need one more topping for our chips. And we've kind of done everything we need to. Is Mr.
I've
Fumble
asked
got
thought of
anything?
him already. I'll give him a break.
That's fair.
I can see the pier. I can see the pier.
I don't know if we have anything else. I must be missing something in that dream still.
I wonder if that ancient artifact of his will help me in my latest nightmare.
We do need to check that. That's true. Very true. I'm just gonna do a quick check-in with the chip shop. Just to make sure we have 5. I think we need 6 for our kind of next puzzle here. The duck is awesome. That is so good. Okay.
What kinds of sauces and condiments do you offer?
Oh, anything you can remember.
I suppose that stands to reason.
So what do we got?
For instance, gravy, chip spice, mushy peas, red sauce, cheese. If you can find it in your brain, we'll put it on chips.
Oh wait, there's one thing I haven't checked yet.
Bye.
Have a good day.
The bin.
Let's take a look.
We haven't.
Mostly salty paper. Although, aha! There's a pot of something not entirely unlike vomit.
Ooh,
It's curry sauce.
curry sauce, of
It's
course.
curry sauce.
Beautiful. That's everybody.
Her nozzle's clean as a whistle now. What can...
Oh,
I suppose that...
So that's
I doubt you'll remember any more now.
perfect. Okay,
Bye.
Have a good day.
that's everybody.
It's the barman's...
Beautiful. Okay, cool. Yeah, this game has a really cool element. I really like this dreaming, not dreaming element because you've got kind of a whole world out here, but then you can kind of create these dream scenarios. They're quite cool. Okay. So we'll give this a go. Use bed, right? We'll pick up the
Okay.
glass of water and dump it out just for safety. Don't think it'll matter.
This is where all...
But we do have the grabber now. I think we have to use this with the anchor or something? Yes, let's go. Now what's gonna go wrong here?
Hooray, I'm saved! Wait, what's going on?
Is
Let
this
me
like a
out of
pirate?
here! Hang on. This is a...
Oh.
Yep, it's a coffin.
Oh no, not
Brilliant.
another one. It's not even a coffin one, I don't think.
It's too dark to see anything. It's too dark to see anything.
Okay. Alright, that's our next conundrum.
That was definitely the worst one yet. This psychology book is utter bobbins. I'm giving it one last chance, then I'm making it a new home, in a shredder. Chapter 4. Make yourself heard. Don't become silenced by fear. Express yourself through words, art, poetry or music and let the world know you're here. Silence is your enemy. That's even more vague than the last one.
Okay. Silence is your enemy. And yep, coffin 5, it's what we dreaded there.
Wait, all this trauma's triggering another repressed vision.
Okay.
Lucky
of
old
course.
me. These are getting weirder and weirder. My mum won't even allow scissors in the house. I must be getting close to discovering the root of my nightmares. And my subconscious is trying to defend itself.
I can't say I expect that. Okay. So we need some light. It appears. And then to do so, we need something with sound or music. Yeah, sound related. Hey, Grumpy. All right. Okay. Well, let's
Not
do
while I'm in my pajamas.
let's do what we can here, which is to go to the town center. We've got those chip toppings now, which should allow us to kind of keep pushing forward with our. These are the box of cassettes that we need here.
Want some help with the competition?
Sure. Can you remember anything that goes on chips?
What about gravy?
Of course, that's going in there.
Nice.
I still need 5 more.
Red sauce is a popular choice.
You mean ketchup?
I'm not sure. I think they're the same thing.
Then it's going on the list. 4 more to go.
Curry sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I only need 3 more now.
Have you got chip spice?
Is that a medical condition?
Possibly, but I'm talking about a spicy powder you sprinkle on chips.
That's good enough for me.
There
Another
you go.
couple and we're there.
Don't forget mushy peas.
Ah, wouldn't want to miss that one. I just need 1 more.
More.
Apparently, cheese.
Ooh, that sounds lush. Thanks.
All right.
Right, that's all filled in. Thanks for your help. I'll be closing the shop soon so I can get this posted off. Feel free to have a quick look around before I go.
Oh, gladly. Box
The
of
chart
cassettes.
show. It's crammed with cassettes, all dated individually. No prizes for guessing who these belong to. The police chief was looking for a cassette to record onto the day after Horatio's interview, but the exact date doesn't appear in the case file at all. I reckon the police officer from the auction probably knows it. I'll take a look. I'll take this elaborate brick off the top first.
Ooh, elaborate brick. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this game is really, really cool. I've been enjoying it a lot. Lucy Dreaming.
I don't know which one to choose.
I guess we need to ask, right?
I don't know which one to choose.
Doesn't look like there's anything that stands out directly to
I'll
me.
put the cassette player back on top.
I guess we'll talk to auctioneer there. Exact date of murder. That's what we're looking for here. Okay. Also sound related. Maybe the cassette tape is what we're looking for here. Alright, well here's the police officer that we need to talk to.
Hello.
Hello.
So you won't tell me the date of the murder?
Nope, that case is closed, unless you can prove otherwise.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.
Where is my case file here?
Here are the 2 pieces of evidence that pointed to Horatio. Shame the interview cassette's not here too. I bet that would shed some more light on the case. I wonder if I can discover what happened to it. Apparently, the DNA sample was hair retrieved from the fist of the victim. It looks like Fergus yanked a clump of it off his attacker. The DNA match to Horatio was 89%, with a 99.9% likelihood that it belonged to a close blood relative or sibling. So it was definitely a close family member. I wonder if there's anyone else who fits the bill. I'll ask around.
Okay. So we have to debunk that theory. Wonder. Dominic's character is gone. It's like maybe he will be able to help us, but
I'll take a look. I'd better take the cassette player so I can listen if I need to. I don't know which one to choose. I don't know.
yeah,
I
guess.
don't know which.
I feel like I'm missing a piece
I don't
of
know
info.
I'll put the cassette. What can you tell me about the box by the window?
It's full of home recordings of the chart show on cassette. A lady bought them in. They belonged to her ex-husband. They're not bad. I've been listening to them in my spare time.
Anything interesting on them?
Not yet, but there are tons of them to get through.
Bye.
See ya.
Hello.
Hello.
What evidence would you need me to debunk?
Both of them. The DNA and the murder weapon.
So we've already done the murder weapon.
Bye.
See ya.
So the question becomes, is there anything else I can check? in
Imagine
here?
all the dirty secrets hidden in there. That won't help.
I'm assuming we got everything that we really needed here. Because we got the case file. So where the heck do we need to go here? This is nothing new with you, right? No.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what happened to you?
That idiot at the Goosey Wallop stall dropped a ruddy great mallet on me.
Maybe he thought you were a goose.
I used to be a champion walloper in my day. I went down to the Fae to show that goose what for, but I dropped my purse. I slipped in the mud, and the lights went out. Bloody steward.
The steward said not to sue him.
I bet he did, little upstart.
I think he's at least 50 years old.
I knew him when he was in nappies. He was a silly little prat then, and he's an even bigger prat now.
I'll tell him not to get his hopes up. What money did you drop?
Not a lot, just a bit of brass.
Brass.
You know, pound coins. I wouldn't mind betting the tits have picked most of it up by now. I should sue that steward, you know, parading around like Timmy Bloody Mallet.
Bye.
Okay, we've already solved that puzzle. We have the money already. Is there...
I love this game. Bye.
Come back if you fancy a wallop.
This is so... we can't get the date, I guess, until we debunk the DNA evidence.
Here are the two shaving. I bet that. I wonder if.
Hair, huh? Here is the evidence that they have. I mean, maybe there's something at the hall here.
Did Horatio Fig have any other close family?
Well, it's possible. Apart from Fergus, they were a pretty secretive bunch. There could have been an whole herd of them living here for all we know. There was a family tree hanging on that back wall when the Heritage Trust first took over. Oh, but that was stolen at the same time as one of the antique vases.
All right.
No prizes for guessing who was on duty that day.
Marjorie.
Marjorie. I never even took a copy of it, so unless someone finds it, we'll never know.
Where's the family tree now?
Your guess is as good as mine. It was stolen around the same time as that priceless vase went walkabout.
Bye.
Oh, come again soon.
Base, huh?
I'll leave him to tend to his members.
There's a clue here somewhere.
I feel like I've seen one of these before.
So you can see
You
it in
can
here.
see the sword stuck in the chimney plain as day. According to the plaque, this photo's almost 40 years old. It looks like there used to be a family tree hanging on the wall 40 years ago. It's too small to make out on the photograph, though. I wonder if anyone knows what happened to the original.
So it was stolen along with
These
the base.
vases look very familiar. There's only one of them in Fig Hall nowadays. Maybe I should ask Esme about them.
Okay, so, oops. I pushed the wrong button there.
What happened to the other vase?
It was stolen while Marjorie was on duty.
Oh yeah, the curly-whirly eater.
Quite. It's probably found its way into the house of a wealthy collector by now.
Bye.
Oh, come again soon.
A wealthy collector. Hang on. A couple thoughts here. We can check and see if there's a vase anywhere lurking around the property here. Does not look like that's the case. So other thought is back to the town center. Maybe. Base. Here we go.
It looks like it's been copy and pasted from our house.
Might not be that one then.
Varsy.
Ooh. Keep doing that. Y brings up the
I
map.
want it about as much as the person who donated it. We've already got one of these in our house. Whoa, a whole megabyte of RAM.
What's her accent? So I think this is a Midlands, kind of like Midlands UK accent. Like I think it's supposed to be around like kind of like Yorkshire type area. I'm not an expert. It's I think that's about the general vicinity. Northern England to me at least.
Anything new?
No, none of it's new. But you might find some odd games and consoles dotted around.
Bye.
See ya.
I'll take a look. I'd better take the cassette player so I can listen if I need to.
Yeah, so there's no years on this either.
I'll put the...
Because the only like kind of date that we have to go off of at the moment is 40 years ago, right?
Looks like our house was built where the old theme park used to be.
That's about all we have in here, but
Fergus Fig. This monument was erected to commemorate the founder of Figgington's first and only tourist attraction, Disneyland. This vending machine was relocated from the theme park before the site was redeveloped into one of Figgington's enviable housing estates. The statue depicts Fergus Fig at the moment of his dignified demise, headless and dressed as a ferret. This machine must be 10 years old now.
dignified, yeah.
It's the same as the one at Fig Hall.
Oh,
Apparently, the other one
had
was
a thought.
stolen at the same time as the Fig family tree. I guess we can add kleptomaniac to my mother's list of disturbing conditions. I wonder if it holds any clues.
okay, cool. Use.
So, it was stolen at the same time as the family tree. I'll take a closer look. Oh, ho, ho! There's a large piece of canvas rolled up inside.
go.
I can't get it out, though.
That'd be too convenient if we could get it out.
It was stolen. I need to...
Ooh,
It
what was
was.
that?
I need to find something long but soft to get it out with.
Long but soft. Okay. What do we have available to us as fits the bill? Not much. Not much. Anything in the lounge? Some long things, not necessarily soft things. Lily?
If I knock it over, my mum will go.
He's the hypnotized monkey. Oh man, what do we do here, huh? What do I do with it? Kind of just quickly running through all of the possible rooms here. Just to try and get the inventory a little bit. Decorative stems?
They're tall, thin, and pointless. They're not strong enough to get anything out of the vase.
Okay. Glad we were on the same page at least. I appreciate that. The foot?
Heh, the foot of the stairs. No thanks.
Alright. That's very good. Badger head, pheasant head. those are not going to help us. We can try the walking stick, maybe?
It's made of wood and has a rubber thing on its bottom.
Okay, rubber thing.
I can walk fine, thanks. I don't need a walking stick yet, and it's too wide to fit into the vase.
Okay, that was
Great if it's raining outside, which it isn't yet. It's not raining, and it's too wide to fit into the vase.
Okay. Okay, Yeah, I mean, the irons probably won't work, I don't think.
It's like a tiny sword and shovel. I wonder if the poker will fit in the vase. I'll need to wrap it in something soft, though.
Okay, so that was the play. We need something soft, though. Okay. So what's... I mean, Fuzzy Wuzzy Duckling.
He's soft, but wouldn't fit into the vase.
Okay.
I don't want to make a hole in my pyjamas.
Just this once, though?
He's soft, but wouldn't fit into the vase.
Okay. Bowl of fruit. Candle. The mole.
It's a bell jar containing a reassembled... My mum sure does love dispatching defenseless animals.
Well, I wonder, actually, if we go upstairs, is there something perhaps... Oh, maybe upstairs is not the right way. Downstairs. Some random animals over
He
here.
looks pretty startled. Poor little fella.
Like, do any of these work, maybe?
It's too thick to fit into the vase. I don't need to poke that. It's too thick to fit into the vase.
Oh. This is quite a conundrum, people. What are we gonna do here? Something soft. Alright, Summer. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the good luck. I feel like we've done pretty good today. So I'm glad you got to hang out a little bit.
I don't need to poke that.
Sleep well. Have a good one.
I'm hoping that's washing powder.
The net won't work, will it?
I don't need it. I don't need to poke that.
Something soft. We don't have it in our inventory. I don't think we've got an eye. It's a glass
It's
eye,
a
I think.
fake glass badger eye.
Fair bit of the game left. Okay, yeah. I was a little optimistic where I was kind of like, I wonder if I would be able to finish this before I go on vacation, but it doesn't appear that that will be the case. But that's totally fine. I don't want to rush it, that's for
I don't
sure.
need to poke that.
I've been enjoying this game so much. I'm
I don't need to poke that.
very happy to continue it. Keep it going. I guess we'll try the
I don't
fruit.
need to poke that.
Don't need to poke that.
I don't need to poke that. I don't need to poke that. No idea what's even kept in there. I don't have a key.
Yeah, it's still. I wonder if we have to leave. Maybe there's. I guess let me check outside really fast too. Chalk outline, bush. Okay. So yeah, nothing standing out to me there. I'm just trying to think of what else is like lying around. There's all kinds of junk in here. In this general area.
I don't need to poke that. It was stolen from Fig Hall and has a rolled up piece of canvas inside. I need to find something long but soft to get it out with.
Long and soft. Long and soft. Anything in the charity shop, maybe? So many good references to other games in here.
For poking. It's too hard. I need to wrap it in something soft first.
Need to wrap it in something. There's a towel in here. That
It's too thick to fit into the vase.
too thick. Cotton buds?
I don't need to poke that. I hate to say this, but that doesn't work. Nah.
Okay. Dang, I really thought I had that for a sec. Tea lights, body butter. So wrapping it in something soft suggests that it's like another material. It's not going to be like a goop, I think.
I've got to be careful not to break it. It's too hard. I need to wrap it in something soft first.
So I don't think anything in here is going to do the trick sadly. I mean, is there anything that's sitting in here that could be Guybrush doll?
He's not soft enough. I don't need to poke that.
Okay. Can we just use the bed? Have we?
That's way too big to wrap the poker in.
Okay.
I don't need to poke that.
Where could this be?
It's my mother fly fishing in Scotland. Mum's prize salmon.
It's not the salmon. We'll double check
It's
these,
too
I guess.
thick to fit into the vase.
Obviously, these seem massive, but like maybe there's a chunk.
I don't
we
need to
gotta
poke
take.
that. It's too
It's too thick.
I don't need to poke that.
Matches. The matches shouldn't work.
I don't need to poke that.
What in the heck? The soot shouldn't work.
I don't need to poke that.
Something soft.
It's too wide to get through the neck of the vase. I don't need to do any more washing. I don't need to do any more washing. I need something a bit smaller. I couldn't use it even if I wanted to, which I don't.
And the rope shouldn't do it, right?
I don't need a length of rope. I don't need to poke that. It was stolen from Fig Hall and has a rolled up piece of canvas inside. I need to find something long but soft to get it out with.
Man, what am I missing here? This must be somewhat obvious, I guess. I mean, is it like the tote bag or something?
Good plan. I don't plan to do any toting anyway. This is going to take some serious care. I hope it's not just a receipt in there. Okay, here goes. Don't look. I am in so much trouble. Oh well, let's see what we've got. This is it. The Fig family tree. Why on earth did my mum nick all this stuff? I really worry about her sometimes. I can see Horatio and Fergus right at the bottom of the tree.
It's these two.
But there's another name right next to Fergus. So they did have another sibling. I can just make out the words A fig, but the rest has been torn off. I guess they were even more of a black sheep than Horatio. I should show this to the police officer right away.
All right, let's do it. Use tree with police officer.
Hey, look at this. According to this family tree, Fergus and Horatio had another sibling with the initial A. The hair sample could have come from them.
That does cast doubt on the DNA evidence.
Uh-huh.
Where are they now?
I don't know. No one's told me anything about them. Now will you tell me the date of the murder?
Okay, fair enough. The murder took place 10 years ago this year.
Yeah, I know that already.
All right, keep your massive hair on. Did you know that the murder took place on the night the theme park was due to open?
Yeah, I discovered that earlier too.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Holmes.
So the exact date was...
What? Oh, yeah. Sometime in June. The 26th, I think?
Okay, thanks.
So June 26th. Okay, summer. Just after
A veritable...
the summer solstice there. All
I'll
right,
take a look.
let's see what we got here.
I'd better take the cassette player so I can listen if I need to.
626. I guess it's over here somewhere. 27, I see. The rest of these appear to be in different months.
I'll give this one a whirl.
Their closest shot here. Use with cassette. Minutes later.
Wait a minute, there's something after the chart show recording. It's people talking. This is it, the missing interview cassette.
Let's go.
I'm going to take this home and listen to it in private.
Oh, are you now? I hope you're going to pay for it.
Oh, come on. I helped you out with the competition.
Yeah.
How about I let you swap it for something else?
What about the metal detector I got from here in the first place?
Okay, fair enough. Just stick it back in the bucket of pre-loved belongings.
You can take this trowel too.
Ahem. Forgetting something. My cassette player.
Whoops, sorry. Honest mistake.
Yeah, right. That's better. Now off you pop, we're closing.
Okay.
Time to go home and listen to this cassette properly.
Let's do it. I'm assuming we have a cassette player in our room. That's going to be my assumption here. We do. Okay. Use cassette player, or yeah, with the cassette.
Okay, let's have a proper listen to this.
Interview with the murder suspect. Can you confirm your name for the tape, please?
Horatio Fig.
Speak up a bit, please.
Horatio Fig.
Thank you. Now, what can you tell me about your whereabouts earlier tonight?
I've been home all evening.
Really? Well, we had an anonymous tip-off earlier tonight that you were seen fleeing the new theme park. Do you have anything to say about that?
I went to wish Fergus luck.
Of course you did. I've heard you're a very strong advocate of theme parks on your family's land.
Okay, look, I know Fergus and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but kill me own brother? I couldn't, I wouldn't, and what could I possibly have to gain?
Oh, I don't know. Your brother's share of the estate, perhaps?
Fergus saw to it that would never happen when he amended his will recently.
Really? So I suppose we're looking at revenge, plain and simple then.
Look, I don't need Fergus' bloody money. I'm innocent and I can prove it to you.
I'm all ears.
Just check the tapes.
Tapes? What tapes?
The security tapes at the theme park. Fergus told me it had state-of-the-art video surveillance.
Do I look like a complete idiot to you? Of course, we checked the security tapes. They were all empty. Obviously, someone decided they didn't need to be turned on tonight.
You don't have any evidence to pin this on me. You'll have to let me go. I know my rights.
Oh, it's just a matter of time. I know a guilty man when I see one. We'll be starting with a thorough search of that eyesore you call home as soon as I have a warrant.
The head.
I beg your pardon?
The head of the ferret costume. Where is it?
Why don't you tell me?
Fergus told me he had video cameras mounted inside each of the theme park costumes. After he kept being punched by members of the public whilst handing out flyers. If you can find the head, you'll find the tape and the real killer.
Well, you saw to it that the head would never be found, I'm sure. This interview is terminated. I'll be seeing you again very soon, Fig.
Wow, that was intense. I guess they never found the ferret head or the security tape.
Okay, wow. Plot thickening very quickly here. So we still need the sound-related inspiration. Nothing's changed there. And then the security tape inside a ferret head. I mean, where the heck do we go at now? I mean, that is something. Worth noting, of course, that our house is on top of where the theme park used to be. That's where it used to be. Oh, we got a new character over here. Who are you, Arnie? Go ahead.
Hey, Anne.
All right, Luce. How you sleeping?
That seems to change almost hourly. In the meantime, I'm trying to solve a decade-old murder case, in the hope that it will somehow help me understand or otherwise purge my troubled mind.
Well, good luck with that.
What do you know?
What? You want to know literally everything I know?
No, it's a greeting, like, how are you?
Oh, right. So you don't want to know what I know?
No, not really. Not unless you know where to find a giant ferret head.
I like you, Lucy. But you and your family are all certifiable. You do know that, right?
You have no idea. What are you reading?
I managed to get some comics before they closed the shop.
Anything good?
I'm working through them. I'll finish this one if you want to borrow it. I'm not really into horror comics. I only bought it because it had a free bag of dweebs on the front.
The Phantom Organ. Enter the inspired, spine-tingling world of a deformed maniac and his enormous pipes. That's pretty niche. Thanks. That sounds like just the inspiration I need right now.
I wouldn't get too excited about it.
Bye.
See ya.
So is this the sound book?
The
then,
Phantom
yes?
Organ. Enter the inspired, spine-tingling world of a deformed maniac and his enormous pipes.
Alright.
This should provide some useful inspiration.
Okay, well that worked out kind of nicely. I didn't know what was going on. It's interesting that things are closing now, so that works out for us. All right, so let me get set up here. We'll build the box and we'll just have a little peek around the room there, and then I may need to call it for the evening. Well, let's
Good
use it
idea,
now.
but I need to find a suitable place for the box first.
Oh, sure. Box goes here first. We'll do the bear and the
In you
comic.
go. I can't wait to see what messed up crap this one generates.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll just stick my pajamas on.
Let's see what we got here.
Ooh, spooky. I hope there's something here that can help me with my latest nightmare. According to my dad's book, I need something to help me make a lot of noise. Although I can't help thinking that a crowbar would be somewhat simpler.
Okay. Goldfish bowl, one filled, one not. Hanging baskets, the front door. Muck coming from a hole. Where's Mr. Fumble? A branch. Window. A well with a rope. No scrolling of the room. It does not appear. Okay. Yeah, this seems to be a pretty good spot to put a pin in it here. I wish I had a little bit more time. But that is it for the evening for me. bit of a shorter stream today, but is what it is. We have saved.